Hi everybody, today we're going to go over how to make a great tasting Shakeology, and then I'll give you a couple little bonus tips as we go along. So the first thing you want to make sure that you do is use a good blender. I have a Vitamix. I know a lot of people have a NutriBullet and that works okay too. But if you just use a regular blender, sometimes it doesn't taste as good. Sometimes you don't get all the fruit mixed up. So you want to make sure you choose a good blender to use. That is tip number one. And then one thing I want to go over is just a question I get asked all the time, which is why do they call Shakeology a meal replacement shake? And the reason we call it that instead of a protein shake, because to be considered a protein shake, it will probably have a little bit more protein. There's close to 17 grams of protein in this shake, but it's really all the other ingredients that make Shakeology different. It's what you're paying for when you pay $4 a shake. You're paying for all the superfoods in it, and you're paying for some addition of probiotics to your diet and prebiotics. All that stuff gets the gut healthy. You're paying for something called adaptogens, right? So adaptogens make our immune system stronger, and those are all coming from the 70 different ingredients that are in there. So it's a meal replacement, not because it has a ton of calories. Some of them have between 160 and 180 calories by themselves, but because you are getting the nutrients that you need from a full meal. So the nutrient density of a food, which is giving you healthy fats and protein and carbohydrate, is high enough to call it a meal, basically. Now, we add things in just to make it taste yummy. Not that it doesn't taste good on its own, depending on the flavor. Everybody has a different flavor preference. But the reason that I add things in is because I eat 3 times a day, and I coach a lot of people to do that. So we're not dependent on snacks all day, and we're not what's called a sugar burner. So if we want to become fat burners and more efficient at burning our stored fat instead of the food and the sugar that we're eating, then it's important to try to fill up when you have your shake. Most people have it in the morning. Some people have a sweet tooth at night, they have it at night, and some people have it during the day as their lunch. If you got a good mixer at work or something, that works out great. So first thing I do is I put my Shakeology, and I use vegan because I try to stay away from any kind of lactose or casein. And in the vegan formula, you don't have a whey-based. Now, a regular Shakeology has whey isolate, and whey isolate protein has a little bit of casein in it, even though a lot of it is removed. So anybody with any kind of IBS or Crohn's disease, any kind of, dairy intolerance, I would recommend going with one of the 4 vegan flavors. And the new ones are awesome. So vanilla and cafe latte just came out. The second thing that I put in is either water, a cup of water, or I use a nut-based milk that is not dairy, so almond milk, or we also use coconut milk sometimes. And just kind of look at the ingredients, make sure there's nothing bad added to the one that you choose. But it is a good way to, especially with the cafe latte, make it taste like a Starbucks treat when you add those milks to it. The second thing I add, because I try to up my greens every day, even though there's a bunch of greens in here, enough nutrients as 5 bowls of salad, I still want to make sure that I'm adding my raw vegetables in. So I add a cup of spinach, which I don't even really love the taste of spinach, but when I put it in my shake and I mix it good, you can't even taste it. That or kale. Some people think spinach is even less flavorful than the kale. And then I use a purple container or 1 cup of mixed berries because I like that sweetness to it. I'm getting over my sweet tooth. And then I use walnuts because I try to stay away from peanut butter. A lot of people use peanut butter, and that's fine, but make sure it's organic. But there are some allergies with peanuts, and it's a high GMO food. So I choose walnuts because it's supposed to help your eyes and your skin, which at the age of 43, I like to do. So I add my walnuts in. Sometimes I add different things if I feel like I need more healthy fats. I might add some more chia seeds, even though there's chia and flax in the Shakeology recipe. And in what else did I add? Sometimes potato starch, which is also a prebiotic, very healing to the gut. So if you have any questions about what you think you might need to add, then just send me a message or give me a call and we will work that out for you. But I just wanted to make sure that you know how to get started with the Shakeology how, there's so many different recipes. You can go on Pinterest, you can ask me. Every flavor is a little bit different, and it's all up to your taste preferences. So, hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy the healthiest meal of your day.